Hey folks, it's Tim, Golf 5 Tango Mike. Location is the south coast of England. And tonight I thought I'd have a little look with you at how I organise my station to log my contacts. And thanks for joining me. If you are new to the channel, if you've just stumbled across me for the first time, then welcome aboard indeed, and think about clicking that subscribe button and the notification bell for any future videos. And if you're a returner or a regular, great to have you back again. Now, when I started off, I didn't bother with the computers to log my contacts. In fact, what I used to do, first of all, was just to write stuff down on a pad and then go into qrz.com and put them in directly there. And you can use qrz.com, by the way, as long as you've got a Wi-Fi connection or an internet connection, you can log your call straight in there if you want to, and that's fairly useful. However, what I wanted to do really was to maybe find a slicker way of doing it. So in the end, a friend of mine suggested using N1MM, free, and you can download it, and it works really well. And I'll show you in a minute, just very simply how I've got it set up. But with that N1MM system, you can link it directly to your computer via one little cable. I've got a 7300, so it's dead easy. And it'll trundle along with you. So when you change bands or change frequency, it'll do it for you, and it'll log your contact on the correct frequency. And it'll even come up with details of previous contacts with that station as well. And if you put any information down about their station or their location, or of course their name or anything like that, it'll provide it for you the next time you contact them. So it's all very useful stuff, and of course it's used for contests too. Anyway, what I thought I'd do, I thought I'd show you what I do now. As I say, there are probably a lot more sophisticated stations than me out there, but I thought I'd show you the simple way, or at least how I do it in its very simplest sense, in terms of keeping a record and updating my contacts as I go. I'm not going to show you how to install the software, by the way. That's one thing I'm not going to do. But what I am going to do is to at least show you how I've set things up. Anyway, I'll put the screen back, and we'll have a look and see what's going on, shall we? Let's see. Okay, so I hope you can hear this okay above the sound of the PSU to my left, which is a bit loud. But as you can see, this is how I set up my station on my computer. I've got a really old, grubby little Windows 7 laptop, which is really steam powered. Not even a good enough graphics card in there to support something like OBS or anything like that. It's or any other simple stuff as well. In terms of the live stream software, it's really sort of old, this laptop, but it's good enough for logging. I tend to split my screen into two. On the left, I tend to keep my qrz.com. So I put in there like any stations I'm working at the time and find out more about them, or maybe their location, or get their name, especially if it's a difficult copy. And on the right, I put in the details on N1MM on the top of the screen there, sort of making it a bit smaller. So the top of the screen is where I enter the call sign, and it brings me up any details I might have already gleaned if I've worked that station before. And in fact, the other bit here tells me my last few contacts, and also you can see I just worked ON6ID on 80 meters, and I've worked him quite recently on 80, and indeed, just over a year ago, as you can see, on 80 as well. So very useful. N1MM is really easy to use, by the way. All you need to have is literally USB cable from the computer into the back of the 7300. And what happens then, if I move the VFO, look, it moves with me, so it automatically logs the contact on the correct frequency. I'm going to manually type the frequency in, so that's really useful, and you can easily export that in and export it then from there into QRZ into your logbook, or vice versa. So it's very easy to use. And the other thing about N1MM is, of course, if you take part in contests, you've got different templates for different contests as well. It creates a Cabrillo file for you. It's very easy to use, very simple to use, and free to download. So very simple to use indeed is N1MM, and I recommend it, but there are others as well that work just as well, other people like using. But this sort of software is really useful to use. You can just use it for everyday logging like I do. So there you go, simple stuff. Look, simple little laptop, really old. Split the screen into two, very easy to do. And that's basically all you need. And of course, then if you have maybe a foot switch and or you operate on Vox or something with a pair of headphones or a boom mic, then you can really just, usually you keep your hands free to tap on the keyboard when you make a contact. It's as simple as that. Apologies, by the way, I couldn't show this nicely using the actual screen itself, but I have to use the phone, so sorry it's a bit jerky. But as I say, this old girl, she doesn't like, well, the graphics card isn't good enough for a lot of modern day stuff, just won't install. Anyway, there you go. Thought I'd show you how it's done, or at least how I do it anyway. Now, so there we have it then. I thought that might be of use to you, hopefully anyway. And especially if you're new to all this, we've all been there. And that's how I anyway set up my old steam-powered laptop to arrange it to actually record contacts and just keep things in a way that's quite orderly and means that in case you get a little run of contacts, it means it's easier for you to log them. Anyway, thanks for joining me. 7-3, stay safe. As I say, if you like what you see, click subscribe. And above all else, I hope you and your folks stay fit and well. Till the next time then, 7-3 now. Bye-bye.